Well, there are so many houseplants out there, but which ones will do well in my fish tank or riparium? Well, today on Plant Life Project, I want to give you my top 10 list of houseplants that are great for ripariums. And number one on the list may surprise you. I've not seen it used anywhere. So hang around for that to find out what it is. And after the top 10 list, I want to share with you three plants that I'm experimenting with right now, but they are showing promise of doing well in the water long term. So let's get started. Number 10 is Photonia, a well-known houseplant which comes in a few different colors, but the white variegated is my favorite. It makes a good foreground riparium plant. Number 9, Heartleaf Philodendron, a vining plant much like Pothos. This is a good choice for using as part of your filter system. Number 8, Lucky Bamboo, one of the most popular for growing out of a fish tank. It makes an easy beginner riparium plant. It's tough and it comes in variegated forms like this. Number 7, Anthurium. This one is unique because it produces spathe-like flowers, somewhat reminiscent of peace lily, and the bright red really adds to its uniqueness, adding variety to your design. Number 6, Neantha bella palm, also called parlor palm. It was a popular houseplant in Victorian times and is still going strong. This is definitely a background plant that can get tall over time, adding a strong vertical element to your tank. Number 5 is Monstera. Already a popular choice for riparium use, it is a vining giant which really sucks up those nitrates. A smaller species is a great option if your space is limited. It's called Monstera adansonii. Number 4, Pothos. Marble Queen, Golden, and Neon are all great varieties, growing quickly and makes a fabulous beginner plant and water filter. Be sure to check out my video link below to see how I maximize Pothos as a water filter in my tanks. Number 3 is Dwarf Umbrella Sedge. Surprisingly, this outdoor pond plant does wonderfully indoors in a riparium. It is a heavy feeder, so I always have a layer of mud with Osmocote mixed in, lining the bottom third or half of the planter, or just plant it directly in the substrate if the tank is 15 inches or smaller in height. Number 2 is the mighty peace lily. Great for beginners and experts alike. It's no wonder why it's so popular. Surprisingly, it does well planted in the substrate too. I also have a video on peace lily for you to check out if you have not seen it yet. Okay, plant number 1, the great mysterious plant is variegated shell ginger. I really hope this one catches on as a highly sought after choice for the riparium. I'm having success with it, and I am just a sucker for those big variegated leaves. This ginger has done best for me with mud and fertilizer in the bottom of the planter, giving it plenty of nutrients to tap into. Definitely give this ginger a try. Now that we've got the top 10 plant list out of the way, let me show you a few plants that I've been experimenting with. Test subject number 1 is Maranta, also called prayer plant. It is one that I have seen used a lot, but for some reason I'm just now trying it out for myself. But it's been putting on new leaves and roots and really seems to be keeping its fabulous color pattern. Test subject number 2 is Black Magic Elephant Ear, which is in the Colocasia genus. Some sources report that Colocasia is toxic to fish, but it is frequently used in small ponds, and I've grown it before in my outdoor guppy tank with no problems. So I'm going to try it out indoors in a riparium. And finally, subject number 3 is Tropicana canna lily, which is a great pond plant, but I have got to get this plant growing in my riparium too. Look at those leaves, man. It does need a lot of light, and I'm hoping that all my lighting will be sufficient. And here's a stem that broke off of one of the rhizomes, and surprisingly it has rooted in the water without the rhizome. Well, I do have other experiments going on right now, but those will have to wait for another time. Well, try these top 10 plants out that I've given you today and let me know how they work for you. And as always, please leave any questions you may have in the comments section below. Well, thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and remember, it's all about the plants.